Hello, welcome or welcome back to Life on the Ranch. Today we are doing a Niteangel hamster haul. I went onto Amazon and bought a bunch of Niteangel products. One that I've tried, most that I haven't. I'm gonna review them a little bit, set some of the stuff up in the hamster cages, and then see what I think. There's also one bonus non-Niteangel hamster product we're gonna be reviewing as well. But without further ado, let's jump into it. So the first thing I got is this Niteangel premium Coco peat, and I bought it because I want to make a dig box, and I've been looking into like cocoa peats that are organic but not specifically hamster, and with a lot of them they come in little discs. You have to water them and you have to dry them, and this is like pre-mixed. I will say though that you get a lot less for your money feeling it now. It didn't seem that way necessarily online, but this is like not that big for the price, but convenience-wise is very nice. And I trust Niteangel, so I feel like more comfortable, I guess, like trying it with my hamsters. But certainly you could probably get this for cheaper doing some of your own research. But I'm excited to try it, and I really hope they like it because the videos of hamsters digging in dirt is so cute. So we'll see. I got multiple things that I guess aren't Niteangel. It's a hamster product review. Okay, this is not for food. Do not come at me in the comments. I got this Timothy hay, and hamsters don't eat hay. That you should never feed this to your hamsters. But what they do sometimes is they'll use this for bedding, and where I've seen this used a lot recently is kind of on the top of bedding or to create like layers in the bedding. So I kind of wanted to try it because like hamsters like to burrow. Both of our hamsters like to burrow. But also just like, I know we have white bedding, and I just feel like this will add some color, you know, and texture for them to like explore, and visually for me it will be more interesting. So, and it was not very expensive because it's hay, so that's that. But don't feed it to your hamsters.
How do you know they won't eat it?
Because it's kind of like if you gave them like cardboard, they know not to eat it. Like they'll chew on it and they'll move it, but that's why it doesn't work as a food, right? It's because they'll put it in their mouth. It'll look like they have eaten it and moved it, but they don't eat it. There's no nutritional value.
But then it's not really don't feed it to your hamster. It's...
Well, the problem is it comes in hay. Like Oxbow has a hamster food thing that is still like mostly hay, and it's marketed as hamster food. And so people buy it thinking that it's food, and then they're feeding like the recommended amount, and then their hamsters aren't getting any nutrition. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess. But then do they have other things mixed in to replace the hay? Like
most people...
Because then you can make the same argument that like maybe they want to just make it entertaining for burrowing purposes, that the food is hidden away in the hay.
There are other options. Like, what is ours called? Sunburst? Mixed with the protein pellets, mixed with mealworms. I mean, you already have to do so much adding. If we tried to do Oxbow as a base, you'd still have to add Sunburst and protein pellet and whatever. There's just no reason to use a food that has Timothy hay as one of its main ingredients, or really as an ingredient at all, because it provides zero nutritional benefit to hamsters.
Right. Sprays?
Speaking of nutritional benefit to hamsters, though, so I bought 2 sets of sprays from Niteangel. This one is their Harvest Wind one, so it comes with, this is like a millet spray, and then there's this, which I think is wheat. This is wheat, and then this is rice.
Okay, that's cool.
And then black sprays. These things are dang near impossible to find as sprays without going on Etsy, so that's why I bought this box. Because you can get wheat and you can get millets pretty inexpensively by themselves, for like at the pet store, and if you go to the bird section especially. But this is the pot of gold. So I'm excited by this box, but mostly for the flax.
Our hamsters love the flax.
I've not seen a hamster YouTuber who has not sworn by how much they like flax. And it took me forever to buy it because it's so hard to find. And then once I bought it and saw my hamsters eating it, it became a necessity. And again, these are not to make a meal. It's just for supplementing their diet and to encourage forage feeding and stuff. So this, still part of the Harvest Wind brand of their sprays, is their Floral spray. So you've got these like, I'll have to put up the description because I don't know flowers very well.
That's lavender, looks like.
And then these yellow ones.
Yeah.
And then this brush.
Maybe that's not lavender. It looks more flowery.
No, it's more
lavender.
flowery, I think, but I'll have to look online. I did check what they are. Then they have these. And then these like little like mini sunflowers.
Oh, cute.
I'm really excited about this. Same thing, it's like another way to encourage forage feeding, another way to visually interest them, fill up the space so they feel more comfortable being out on the surface, and then visually as a pet parent makes a naturalistic cage, which is usually pretty brown, especially if you're not like an expert designer, which I am not. It brings in some color. That's what I'm hoping. So you'll see, you know, at the end, if it adds color or not to the cages. So those are the two sprays that I got, and I'll try to let you know if they liked the sprays, because you know sometimes you put in a spray and it feels like it's more for you because they don't eat it, you know. I feel that way a little bit with oat sprays with our current hamsters. My old hamsters really liked them, but Hypnos and Bruno, not really interested.
They'll touch them every once in a while.
Yeah, every once in a while. They're worth putting in, but it's just not like, you know, which I guess is a good thing, because if they only ate sprays, they lose protein. Okay, so this is not from Niteangel. This is a boredom breaker. So let me show you. So the idea is that you put food or treats in here, and I usually just use their favorite type of seed for a treat because like the yogurt things are just so sugary and hamsters are prone to diabetes and stuff, so I just use like their favorite type of food and put it in there, and they have to like use the string to pop this out to get to the food, or like with these they have to like shuffle it around, you know, so they have to like think in order to retrieve the food is basically the idea behind these. And I've seen them more commonly used for rats and mice, but some people do use them for hamsters. And I kind of wanted to see if our hamsters, you know, are smart enough to do this. Some of our hamsters in the past would not have been, but some of them would have been. So our current hamsters, I just kind of want to give them a little test. And then if, you know, they can kind of figure it out, then it's a cool way to like put in some like, you know, maybe a walnut or something into their thing, and they can just and try and get at it. So I'm excited about this, and it was not very pricey. I'll try to link everything I got down below. And that's all that came in so far. But the last thing that I bought, which I don't feel the need to show you because I already have one, I bought another Niteangel wheel, and you can see in there. That's the one I already had. But I finally found it in me to spend like the $30 to buy a second wheel for our other hamster, because the wheels we had are just quite loud, and we're going to be having company soon, and our apartment is so small that if they're, even though they're in the living room, in the bedroom you can still hear the wheel. So it's worth it to me to get a completely silent wheel that runs better, is a little bit wider. You know, our hamsters maybe a little bit on the chubby side sometimes. And it's also a little bit bigger. I was gonna have to buy a new wheel because our hamsters have grown, and so I upgraded size as well. So I was just like, I'll just spend $10 more and get like a silent wheel instead of another plasticky but larger wheel. So let's see how they like everything. So ultimately, I think the sprays turned out really beautiful and did enrich the enclosure. As you'll see in a second, our hamsters did enjoy exploring them. In terms of the flavor, they didn't seem to like any of the sprays as much as they do the flax. I would still say the flax are the most popular, followed by maybe then the rice. Our hamster Bruno did enjoy cutting down the purple flowers, but in terms of actually eating them, still prefers his chews like walnuts and flax seeds. So if you're looking for sprays to enrich your hamster's diet or encourage foraging, perhaps sticking with flax, wheat, and oat is the cheaper route. But if you're looking to visually interest them and encourage them to sniff and explore, these sprays are pretty good, even if they are on the more expensive side. Personally, I thought they were worth it. You can do it. Yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah. Oh, you're so close. You're so close.
What's he doing?
I'm testing if they can use the toy. He's so close. Yeah. He did it.
Oh, the hamster toy? The mouse toy?
I'm so proud of you. Yeah.
Which one did he open?
He opened the sliding door.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, I've never been more proud in my life, Hypnos. What a star.
So smart. So to recap, I thought the sprays were more appealing to me than they were to the hamsters, except for the fact that you could get flax sprays really easily this way because it's much faster to order through Amazon with Niteangel than it is to order on Etsy. But ultimately, I felt the rest of the sprays were just as good from the vendors we've ordered from in the past through Etsy. So I think that's really just dependent on your preference for how you set up the enclosures. I thought the enrichment toy, where you could hide the food, was super fun. I enjoyed watching both of our hamsters try and use it. They both were able to open the sliding doors. They haven't quite figured out the rope yet, but I think they will in time. I haven't set up the dig box yet. However, I do think that the Niteangel Coco peat is probably the most convenient coco peat on the market that is safe for hamsters. So for that, I do think it's worth the price for me, but you can definitely get other coco peat for cheaper by using something that is organic and pesticide free and all that if you do your own research and you're okay with mixing it yourself. The Timothy hay I thought was visually kind of interesting. It definitely had more of a scent than just paper bedding, which I think intrigued our hamsters when we first put it in. But ultimately, I didn't think it was necessary. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If there are hamster products you think I should try, please leave those in the comments down below. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye!